G'day Year 10. We're back for another quick video on some important CAS calculator functionality. This is probably the most tricky one we're going to do. We're going to be using our CAS to find the equation of a line that is parallel or perpendicular to another line and passes through a particular point. So as usual, you're going to need to have your CAS calculator ready to go and pen and paper ready to write some notes, and your finger just over the pause button when you need to, if you want to pause me so you can catch up if you fall behind. All right, so as usual, we're going to go into the geometry application. And our job today is to find the equations of the lines that are parallel and perpendicular to y equals minus 3x minus 5 and passes through this point 1, 5. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start by plotting this point 1, 5. So we're going to go down to our menu here, our second menu, and we're going to choose the plotting a point button, and we're going to go 1 in the x direction and 5 in the y direction, and we get point A. Now, you just need to tune in this into me really closely here, because there's a slightly confusing thing about the Casio calculator that you need to know. So it would seem logical that the next thing we would do is choose the y equals f of x button and enter that line, and it would all be plain sailing from there. But it won't, the Casio won't work like that. So what we have to do is approximate our line, and just stay with me. I promise you it'll start to make sense. So we're going to choose this infinite line button, this guy here with the two x's, but the line keeps going through. And I'm just going to approximate what I think the line minus 3x minus 5 might look like. So I reckon it might go through a couple of points like that. So I've drawn B and C as my points, and I have my line. Now I need to make that line into the equation that is y equals minus 3x minus 5. So I'm going to click on the select tool. I'm going to click on my line, so it's bold. It means I can do something with it. Now I'm going to click on this right arrow here to take me across to the measurement window, and you can see there that the equation of my approximate line was y equals minus 1.444x minus 3.667. That's not the one we want. So we are going to change that. We're going to click here, put our cursor in here, and it's going to be minus 3x, and it's going to be minus 5. All right, and then we're just going to press XE, and that is the line that we want, which is minus 3x minus 5. It's a little bit clunky to do it that way, but it'll pay off big time in a moment, as I'll show you. So let's now click on this arrow that take us back to that main menu, and we can see that our line minus 3x minus 5 is selected, but we want to do something with the line and the point. Yeah, because we want a parallel line that goes through A, and then we want a perpendicular line that goes through A. So what I also am going to have to do, I've selected, you can see there that our line is bold. I'm also going to have to select my point A, the point 1, 5. So now I've got my line selected, I've got my point selected, and now I can do something with them. So I'm going to go to my draw menu, I'm going to go down to construct, and then I'm going to choose parallel. Bang, and you can see there that a parallel line has appeared. Marvelous. And now while I'm on the job, I'm going to draw our perpendicular line. So I'm going to select my original line. I'm going to select my original point. Notice that I haven't selected this new line because he's not bold. And I'm going to go draw, construct, perpendicular. Bang! There's my two lines. So I've managed to draw those two lines. Now all we need to do is work out what their equations are. This is how you do it. We need to select them. We'll select one by one, But first we must deselect what we had selected by clicking in the background. So I've just clicked in the background here. So let's start with our parallel line. I'm going to click here on our parallel line. See that? He's bold. I'm going to go over to our measurement window, and I can see there that the equation is written there for me. Y equals minus 3x plus 8. And that is the equation of the line that is parallel to minus 3x minus 5 and also goes through the point 1, 5. So if you were asked this question and you got to this point, you're just going to write that guy down. That is the line. That is the line that is parallel and goes through that point. All right, marvelous. So let's now deselect. So now nothing's selected. And now we're going to select our perpendicular line. Bang. And look at that. We've got it. Y equals, so the equation of the line that is perpendicular to minus 3x minus 5 and passes through the point 1, 5 is y equals 0.3333x plus 4.667. And you can probably see that would, if we could write that as fractions, we could say y equals 1/3 x plus 4 2/3. Yeah? So that's how you get those equations. If this was tricky, don't worry. All you need to do is do some practice and just make sure that you use that infinite line button to approximate what the line is before you actually correct it, rather than using that function button that we've used in the past. I hope that all made sense. Please let me know if there was any issues with it. You're going to need to do some practice, definitely. So go to this part of our course notes, which will be on sort of page 52, 3, 4. I've assigned you some practice problems on page 55. So have a bit of a practice, see how you go, and we'll do some more in class. I hope this video was useful. I'll see you soon.